Hey man, say man, it's your girl Mo the Goat. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit subscribe, hit that like button, hit that notification bell so you'll be notified every time I drop a new video on you. All right. Today we're gonna learn to do something like this. Alright, we get into the grizzy. If you don't know how to use the pen tool, I will tell you to go find a video of me using the pen tool. All right, I'm gonna link it below. So that is the pen tool that's gonna get you through this video. All right. Well, let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, y'all. We're gonna take it nice and slow. All right. So first things first, I want you to go down to view, and I want to make sure your snap to grids are off. All right. Make sure that your smart guides are turned off also. All right. So first, we're gonna grab a font. All right, by pressing T, your text tool, and then we're gonna shift, bring that puppy up to the size we want it. All right, I'm gonna type in the word that I want to do. It's gonna be hustle. Now, the thicker the font, the closer together the font is, the better this will work out. All right. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and bring in my picture. Now, the shortcut is Shift Control P, or you can go up here to go to File and Place. All right. So when you're placing this, click place, but don't click yet, because if you click yet, it's gonna come in the size that the picture is originally at. Like the bigger it is, smaller it is, whatever. But make sure you just kind of just click over. That's what I like to do. But if you don't want to do that, you just want to click and press Control Z, go back, Control P, and you just want to click and see what size it is it's at. That's cool too. All right, I'm just gonna bring this down, pressing Shift and Alt. All right, it got that X in there. That means it's not embedded into the document. Now, if you want this thing to be embedded into the document, which means if somebody else pull up your AI file or this document file, the picture will be missing. But you want the picture to travel, so click embedded up there at the top. That's how I like to do it. All right. So this hustle, I kind of want this hustle to stop right here, and click the picture, press Control 2, and that's gonna lock whatever you had selected. If I was press Control 2 on this hustle, it'll lock it. So I can't click this picture. Excuse me. I can't click this picture no more. All right. I want to take this hustle, click it, Shift Control O, gonna give me an outline. So, and it's gonna make this text outline. So the text is not editable anymore. Okay. I'm gonna click it again, make sure you have it selected or whatever, and press Shift Control G. That's gonna ungroup it. All right. So I want to bring these letters a little closer. You can bring them to however your liking is, but I'm gonna select the first letter, and with me clicking and pressing Shift, I'm just gonna come over in a parallel line. Okay, make sure that it's on. All right, if you're doing all that, man, just go back and get back in line, or just press Control Z. All right. So anyway, shift and click and drag a little bit. With still holding Shift. I'm gonna select the next letter. Okay, and I'm gonna drag over. Still pressing Shift. Next letter. Drag over. All right. Still pressing Shift. I'm letting go of Shift right now. Pressing Shift again. Make sure I click. And then when I'm dragging over, I'm letting the Shift go. I'm pressing my space bar and I'm dragging it over. Okay. So press Shift again. Select this, the next letter. And I'm taking my space bar, dragging where I can see. Press Shift again. Oh, press Shift again to select it. I accidentally unselected it. Click, press Shift, drag over. You'll get the feel for it if you play around with it. Play around with that Shift, and it'll be muscle memory. Okay. So I'm pressing that, and I'm pressing Control G to group everything again. Now here's where we're gonna use this pen tool. Okay, put that much. Go up there right there. You know what? Yeah, go right there. All right. So what we're gonna do is I want to Control Alt 2 to unlock. So when I unlock the picture, I want to take the opacity down to like 51 on that picture. I'm gonna grab the picture and let's see. I want this hustle. I want this hustle opacity to go down. So I'm gonna grab the hustle and I'm gonna take the opacity down on that too. Okay, on the picture, I'm gonna press Control 2 to lock it again. Now this is just what I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna press P to get to my pen tool. If I got an X on as the cursor, just press your caps button, okay? And that'll take that off. So I'm gonna click anywhere in here and start cutting out the part of the picture that I want to keep, because I want to have this hanging out the text a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I want to have the hands hanging out the text, and I want his head portion hanging out the text, and I want the rest of it inside the text. Okay. So somewhere in the letter, coming out the letter, I'm gonna press, and I'm gonna start using my pen tool. And so right out back, I noticed that I'm getting a feel while I'm using my pen tool. So I want to come to my color picker on my toolbar, and I want to put a stroke on that. And if you don't like the size of the stroke, you can always go to Windows, go to Properties, and then take your stroke size down to whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? You can make it a little thinner. So I'm gonna click back on here to start my pen tool again. And I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward this part, me cutting the hands out and the head out, okay? Oh, and I want to point out that the more accurate you do this, the more the better it look. And the if you take your time on it, you know, I'm not gonna really take my time right now, but if you take your time on it and get it down to the T of cutting this out, it'll make it look way better. The edges will look way better, okay? But for this video's sake, we just gonna speed this up. All right, so after you done made the decision of where you want what you want cut out, you're gonna have to make some decisions, man. You're gonna have to put that thinking cap on, all right, and just cut out the pieces that you want, see where they gonna close at, and once you got that satisfied, just think about the way to do this is to think about where the text at lays and where you want it cut at. You know what I'm saying? Because eventually we're gonna merge what we just did into this text, and then we're gonna use a clipping mask. And if you know, I think I got a video on clipping mask too, and I'll try to link that below. um the clipping mask basically is a picture that lays underneath a shape, and the shape like punches through the picture, and it cookie cuts whatever you want out, and the rest of it goes away. Okay. So after you made your decisions, you grab everything and you flip your color picker to this to make it look like this, right? Then I want to grab my hustle, and I'm gonna basically turn my opacity back up on my hustle, okay? And there we have that. Now I'm gonna select everything and I'm gonna group it, just because I like to group my stuff back together. And then I'm gonna take the shape builder tool over here, and it looks like this. Shift M is the shortcut. Um, and then I want to keep the shapes. Definitely keep the shapes of the word hustle. So when I'm dragging over this, I want to keep this. That's a shape. I need that. Okay. Um, on this next one, I want to keep the shape of the U. All right. And I need this. So I need that U. I want that shape. All right. And now I want to keep the shape of the S. So I need to combine this and I want to combine that piece. All right. I want to keep the shape of the T. So I want to combine these two. I want to keep the shape of the L. Combine this little piece. Combine that little piece. Combine this little piece. Oops. I need to press Shift Control to go back and grab this piece, this piece, this piece, and this little piece up there. Combine that to make that L. I need to combine this one in this shape to make the top of that E. All right. Now, this is how it's looking. This is how it's looking. This is how it's looking. All right. So bump the shift shaper tool and press V and select it again and press Shift Control G to ungroup everything. Now I'm looking at this piece and I'm gonna look at it with an outline, right? So I'm gonna swap the fill and the stroke. So I'm gonna turn the stroke on. And I'm looking at the picture through here and I see it's gonna be a hard little stop right there. Am I feeling that? Nah. So I'm gonna press A, which is my direct selection tool. And I can kind of move this stuff around, right? Matter of fact, grab your select all your hustle. So select your E, make sure the L selected, make sure the T selected, make sure the U selected, and the other part of the H at the top is selected by pressing Shift and clicking on them individually. Group that. Control G. All right. See, sometimes you have stuff. I'm showing you the raw, dirty of designing because I never did this before, but I know I can do it. We're gonna flip this too so we can see at the bottom. Now I'm gonna press that. And I'm not feeling that, so I press the direction tool, the select direction select tool, whatever you want to call it. And I'm gonna go up here. Matter of fact, I might just delete that. And I'm gonna delete this. I'm gonna delete this. I'm gonna press Control Y to see my outline, see what's really going on. Control Y to go back to see really what's going on. And I think I like that. I still got my white selection tool up, which is my direct selection tool. And I'm just going through and I'm deleting some anchor points to where I don't see them needing to be fitting here. So I want to bag this thing up. I'm editing my hand. Drag this over in here. And I must cut it off at the one of the wrists. All right. And I want to continue to go over here. Fill this out. And then I'm going to bring this over here. Just steady outlining that hand. And then I'm going to close it off up here. Okay. And then I'm going to press the control button and click off. So that'll close. All right. So we got it in there. So we're going to take everything, select it, and put a fill on it, a black fill on it. Okay. And then I'm going to go to everything, select everything again, or Control A, And I'm gonna take the shape builder tool and I'm gonna make me some more shapes. That make these shapes over. And I want to select that big U. I want to select everything to make it a U. Now this shape, I don't need it anymore. So I'm gonna press Alt and I'm gonna erase it. And this is looking a bit better over here. I want this H to be selected with this. And that's that. Okay. So now that we got everything how we kind of sort of want things. Okay, my bad about that. Let me see. Select it all. And we're going to go to the Pathfinder tool. And if you don't see a Pathfinder panel, God dog, that's a tongue twister. Your Pathfinder panel. And go to Window and go to Pathfinder. Or Shift Control F9 is the shortcut. And I want to press Unite. So I want to unite all that. And with it still selected, I want to go to Object. And I want to go to Compound Path. And I want to press Make. Now, click off of that. Press Control Alt 2 to unlock this picture in the background. Control Z to put it back where it was. And at your opacity, bring your opacity all the way up. And with this on top of your picture, select all of it, or press Control A to select all. And then you're going to press Control and the number 7, okay? And boom. There it is. Now, it may not look like nothing right now, but if you take M, your shortcut M or your rectangle tool, and just say select a dark color, you can select that. Black I went with earlier, but I think I'm gonna go with the maroon. So double tap your color picker, pick a color, and that right there. And I'm just gonna draw out a box. Now you could do this one way or another way. If you want to really do it designer way, you feel me? Take the measurements of this, right? That's your width. Go up there, copy your width by pressing Control C, and then go into that box you just made and go to your width over here on your shape and just Control V, paste it. So that's the same. The same. Select both of them. Select your picture again and it's gonna align the shape to this picture. So up here, and you can find all this stuff right here in your properties panel over here, right here. And if you don't see that, it's Windows and it's properties, okay? And press this middle one so you can horizontally line it up and vertically line it up. All right. So click that in. Take my Pathfinder, put it over here. Take this shape and Control Shift left open bracket, or click on it, go to transform, arrange and center back. All right. Still with it selected, hit Shift, bring this down, and I'm hitting Control to kind of put it outwards. And that's that, man. And I like it a little darker, man. Let's go a little dark on the red. You know what I'm saying? That's just to have something like that. See, if I would have cleaned those edges up, the slower you take with this, the cleaner it'll be. You know what I'm saying? And you can do any shape. You can do any shape with it. If you want to do something like that, if you want to make it like a button or something like that, if you want to make it a polygon, I'm just saying, you can pretty much make your own shape, put it in his own house, you know. Go wild, go crazy. You know what I'm saying? All right, man. That's that video, man. Now you know how to put an object inside of a shape or do this type of thingy right here. All right. Yeah, man, but it's different ways you could play with it. I'm just seeing about it. Let me see if I can put a go to effect and put a uh drop shadow on it. Yeah, you put a drop shadow on that bad boy. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Yeah, you know. And this will be vector, and this will be still pixel. So the picture still pixel. But that's a way, you know what I'm saying, you can play around in that. And you can say for instance, it's in a clipping mask. We're gonna have to talk about clipping masks. But that's just run that, try to do what I did, run that, and if you understand it, let me know and we'll kick off something else. But I think I want to show you how to do a clipping mask in Photoshop next. But don't bank on it, man. I might skip around, but I think that's what it is. But all right, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to the video. It's your girl Mo. Until next time, y'all take care.